It's Josh from Bowman Lawyers. I'm just outside the Penrith courthouse, as you can see. Today I have appeared on a couple of traffic matters. One, a bit more of an unusual traffic offence. It was an aggravated burnout and a negligent drive charge. So basically the facts of the matter were that my client is heavily involved in the modified car scene. He had attended a car meetup in an industrial area in St Mary's, and at one point throughout the night he had performed a burnout in his vehicle. Now the burnout wasn't just a little bit of loss of traction taking off too quickly from a set of traffic lights or a little bit of smoke. It was an aggravated burnout. It was a proper burnout. He did it in a very aggravated way in the sense that the burnout probably lasted about 20-30 seconds, a whole heap of smoke. It was in an industrial cul-de-sac, but there were probably 30-40 onlookers around cheering him on. He thought he was the star of the show at the time, but his star quickly fell when he left the scene and was intercepted by 3 highway patrol police who proved that they had evidence of him on CCTV performing the burnout in the area. So he pleaded guilty to the aggravated burnout. Usually a normal non-aggravated burnout offence would attract a small fine of some sort and maybe some loss of points, but because this was an aggravated burnout, it's categorised as like a hooning type of offence, and this is something that police are really trying to stamp out and come down hard on. So what the law says in relation to this type of offence is that if there was a sustained loss of traction of wheels for a lengthy period of time, then it could be deemed as an aggravated offence. The starting point is 12 months off the road because it's considered quite a serious offence. It's almost considered like a dangerous or reckless drive, a hooning style of offence. So the starting point is 12 months off the road. However, the magistrate can increase the period of disqualification or reduce the period of disqualification. We went through the facts with the court today. We outlined a little bit about our client, the fact that he's only 21, he's still quite young, immature, and probably was quite naive to how serious the actual offence was at the time, but has since had a massive wake-up call and realises how serious these hooning types of offences are considered by the court, the community and the police. So we outlined a bit about him. 21. He did suffer a serious back injury last year, which put him out of action for quite some time. He broke his back, so he was out of action, out of work, had to rehab for 8 months, so that was quite traumatic for him. Not that that's an excuse for why he acted in the way that he did, but more as a bit of insight and reasoning as to why he did behave that way was due to him having some mental health challenges throughout his life. And when I say mental health challenges, from a very young age, at about 6 years old, he was diagnosed with ADHD, quite a severe case of it. He's had a number of behavioural challenges and issues throughout his life. He's been on and off medication, Ritalin, Adderall, and other sorts of ADHD medication. So the other thing that we did mention was about 3 years ago, his mother went through a very nasty separation. He's been going in and out of family court with his mother. His stepfather, her ex-partner, was quite abusive, so they escaped that very challenging DV situation. And around the time that this started to kick off, he went off his medication, which saw the ADHD come back in a big way. He was acting on impulse quite erratically, and obviously in relation to this offence, there was absolutely a complete lack of judgment that was considered by him when performing this aggravated burnout. So there was a bit of insight and reasoning as to why he acted in such a impulsive and antisocial manner, and and certainly there are some challenges that he faces with his mental health. But he has committed to re-engaging with his counsellor and going back on his medication. So he did the traffic offenders program, and as a young offender, that was well justified. He's learned a lot from that, and can appreciate that cars aren't necessarily for going out there and having fun. They're a privilege to have a license and be able to drive on the road, and he's committed to operating, when he can again in the future, operating vehicles in a very safe, law-abiding manner. We did persuade the magistrate to reduce the period of disqualification from 12 months down to 6 months. That was discretionary by the magistrate. He gave our fine. This was for the aggravated burnout offence, 6 months licence disqualification and $1,000 fine. The period of 2 months that he's already been done off the road since the offence occurred will be taken into account. So he's got about 4 months left to serve. He was also given a $500 fine for the negligent drive. That was because there was other people and onlookers there that were placed at a level of risk due to his negligent actions and driving. So all in all, quite a good outcome today, and we've reduced the disqualification from 12 months down to 6, and he can get back on with his life. He's now working, he's got good family support, so his prospects of rehabilitation are good. Hopefully he can stay away from the car scene as much as possible and stay out of trouble, and focus on moving forward and making his family proud of him. So that was our matter here today. A little bit more of an unusual traffic type of offence, but yeah, that was our matter here at Penrith Courthouse today, and thanks for tuning in.
I want to thank you for tuning into Borman Lawyers today. You can catch us at any of the usual social media platforms. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you've got any questions or queries, please don't hesitate to contact us on 1300 941 900.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into this video today. I really hope it was informative and helpful for you. There's another couple of videos below that you might want to check out that may be very useful for the process that you might be going through at the moment. Please feel free to like, follow, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we've always got fresh new content coming through all the time.